This video is for the students of 9th standard and 10th standard combined. But because being introduced to the 9th standard for the very first time in their entire academic career, I'm making sure that I'll be getting this video to reach up to you at your doors, on your fingertips, whenever, at whichever time that's convenient for you. So in this video, which is going to be very brief, we'll be talking about a very basic syndrome about something called as information transfer. The video is regarding information transfer. I'm sure many of the students, the moment they have seen this title, they are absolutely happy because information transfer on a realistic note, on a very practical note, is something which can give you ample of score. It practically comes into the paper for 5 marks, and in these 5 marks there are 2 options given. 2 options दिलेले असतात. ह्या 2 options पैकी तुम्हाला any one has to be solved for this information transfer. So what exactly is information transfer? Simple terms मध्ये information transfer has been bifurcated into 2 main types into it. One is being called as verbal to non-verbal, and number second is typically known as non-verbal to verbal. Practically speaking, if you want to have good marks in this topic, if you want to have better marks in this, then make sure you concentrate more on verbal to non-verbal than concentrating on non-verbal to verbal. With the simple intention, dear students, wherever there is theory to be written, wherever there is long, lengthy, descriptive paragraphs to be written, anybody is ought to lose marks. Why? Because when a paragraph comes, it is bound to happen that students age मध्ये तुमचं sentence construction चुकणार आहे. तुमचे spelling mistakes bound to happen. Grammatically, you are ought to go wrong. So wherever there is verbal pattern, which precisely means a theoretical pattern to be written, students tend to lose marks. So my suggestion is, again, this is my suggestion. I am not making it mandatory. I am neither making it compulsory for anybody. This is my pure suggestion. Choice is yours. That concentrate on non-verbal pattern of information transfer. What is verbal to non-verbal? A single paragraph would be given. A lengthy paragraph would be given, probably in 2 to 3 block patterns. Let's say, for example, we'll take a paragraph which concentrates on varied types of soils being found in India. So, for example, if the first para concentrates on the red soil which is found in so and so states, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Chandigarh, Haryana, Bihar, parts of Madhya Pradesh. Crops grown on the red soil are wheat, to be very precise. Majority of the big flowing rivers move from this soil part area, and that is why this is the most fertile soil in India today. Second para talks about black soil. Black soil is found on the Deccan Plateau, southern part of India, central medieval part of India, so on and so forth. Crops grown are rice, cotton, jowar, bajra, sugarcane. So अशा प्रकारे तुमचे 3-4 paragraphs have been categorized. Exam मध्ये हे paragraphs आले की तुम्हाला question automatic आलेला असतो. Convert the paragraph which is given in verbal formula. You have to convert the same into the non-verbal paragraph. Non-verbal म्हटलं की त्याला multiple dimensions येतात. I repeat, whenever non-verbal comes, it has multiple dimensions to it. You can make the paragraph convert into number 1, which is called as classification base. What does classification mean? Title of the paragraph at the center, and then you make small charts over here like this. Title, subtitle 1, subtitle 2, subtitle 3, and subtitle 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Paragraph मध्ये दिलेली information, you are trying to convert it into small classified diagrams, small classified figures. In short, whenever a book is being read, ते पटकन समजत नाही compared to a movie being watched. Am I right, everybody? Absolutely. साहजिक एखादा पिक्चर जेव्हा बघतो, it is clearly understandable because it is given in a pictorial format. But whenever a book is being read, that typically comes in a theoretical format. So समजायला or maybe to get inclined to the topic, this is better to be understood. Similarly, you can have another pattern as well. You can have a title given over here like this, title, and then you can have a horizontal pattern being made. Number 3, you can make a simple thing called as a web chart. काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला? Web chart, my dear students. You can have a title in between, 4 sides, 4 simple arrows to be made and information to be put up. That's number second to be noted. Number third, कुठल्याही पॅटर्न मध्ये जी इन्फॉर्मेशन आपण पुटअप करू, वॉट एव्हर पॅरेग्राफ मध्ये इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली आहे, the same information has to be added. You should not deviate from the information. I repeat, you should not deviate from the information. Idea and the intention is very clear, my dear students, that stick to the points from the passage. Do not add your self repository points. I repeat, manache shlok टाकायचे नाहीत. You got to add what is in the passage. That's most important. Again, so web chart, arrows on the 4 sides, and accordingly you can conclude this out. Really speaking, हे सोपं आहे, समजायला पण सोपं आहे. For the reader to understand, this is better to be understood as compared to the previous slide that we have seen, non-verbal to verbal. A chart would be given. I repeat, a chart would be given. This chart has to be converted into a paragraph. आणि जिथे पॅरेग्राफ येतो, possibility of grammar, sentence construction, sentence formation, spelling mistakes are bound to be there. So this unfortunately ends up on the note where you tend to lose marks. This is the part where you tend to upgrade your marks. Practically exams मध्ये, if written well, presented well, out of 5, possibly you can end up getting 4.5, 5 as well. Okay. Information transfer चा हा एक part आहे. Second part of information transfer we'll be having in the next part of this video. So stay tuned for the same.